We've been through the storm, seen the highs and lows, the heart of a nation where freedom grows. Each voice is a choice, it's our time to decide. Stand up for our values, let's walk side by side. So go right, let your voice be known. Cast your vote, let the truth be shown. Together we rise hand in hand to make America strong, to make it grand.
I'm going to say hello to her, okay, fellas?
Absolutely, sir.
I want to say hello to her. She's a patriot. She's a patriot.
I love you, Trump.
I'm right here.
We pray for you.
I want to say hello to you, darling. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Drink plenty of water, please, okay?
I'm so right. I had to come see you.
You come in.
Ah, thank you, baby. We love you, Trump. We love you.
The final inning has arrived, and America stands on the edge of change. It's up to us, the ones ready to forge a new path, to wake up to a new dawn under a new administration. But this isn't something that just happens. We have to make it happen. We need to overwhelm the polls, not just on election day, but early and often. Picture this, a wave of voters with a purpose, voting early in person, casting ballots in drop boxes, mailing in votes, are showing up on election day in force. This is our moment to finish strong, a time for true patriots to stand up and say, it's time to go right and vote. So how are you voting? Mail-in ballot? Early but in person? Early in a drop box? Or on election day? Let's plan, prepare, and stand together. Remember, we fight for what's right because it's time to go right.
Time to go right. Time to go right. Time to go right.
Welcome to Hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, where we bring you the latest headlines and unpack the rhetoric driving today's politics. As the battle for America's future heats up, we're here to dive deep into the words and actions of those seeking to lead our constitutional republic. Today, we're taking a close look at recent comments from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, exploring the significance of their language and understanding the impact on the American people.
And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of things is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done, everything we've been.
I just have a gentle reminder for you. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate me because I'm trash.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
In an increasingly divided political landscape, Joe Biden's recent comments have sparked outrage among millions. During a virtual campaign call with Voto Latino, Biden took aim at Donald Trump supporters, calling them, quote, garbage, or aka trash. This comment came in response to a comedian's off-color joke, a roaster, at Trump's recent Madison Square Garden rally, which portrayed Puerto Rico as a floating island of garbage. Rather than denounce the joke, Biden expanded it to target Trump supporters, saying, "The only garbage I see floating out there is Trump supporters."
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
This heated remark has become part of an ongoing pattern from the current administration. In recent days, Vice President Kamala Harris has also adopted a combative stance, repeatedly calling Trump a fascist. And in an even more severe comparison, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz referred to Trump's MSG rally as a Nazi event. Together, these statements signal an aggressive turn in the administration's rhetoric, raising questions about their intentions and their approach to political discourse. In the face of backlash, the White House quickly attempted to reframe Biden's comment. A spokesman claimed that Biden's remark targeted only the hateful rhetoric some attribute to Trump supporters. Later, Biden took to his X account, writing, "Earlier today, I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump supporters." The statement is an apparent attempt to clarify that his words were directed at specific language rather than individuals. However, this explanation seems to conflict with the intensity of his original message. The situation underscores a larger point. The public reaction to the rhetoric used by national leaders shapes the trust and unity of our constitutional republic. And it's not like this is the first time, folks. He's already got up there with his famous speech with the black and the red background looking like Star Wars on acid, calling MAGA terrorists, that we were domestic terrorists. This is our president, like it or not, saying half the people that he's supposed to govern are nothing but trash, are terrorists. It's a little bit different than Hillary Clinton's deplorables that she used when she was running for office. But folks, I don't know. Is it upgrade, downgrade? All I got to say is, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate me because I'm trash. Now, while Biden's comment was spreading across social media, Kamala Harris continued to address the nation, delivering what her team called a closing argument speech at the Ellipse in Washington, D.C. There, she emphasized unity and urged Americans to choose a different path, a call for collective effort to heal political divisions. But as Biden's words echoed in the background, her message faced challenges of coherence, given the administration's recent portrayal of their opposition. Yeah, on TV, it's like every other commercial. It's like, we need unity. We need unity. I want to help all Americans. And the next commercial is Donald Trump and his terrorist people are horrible, horrible people. Yeah. In the wake of these developments, Donald Trump took to Truth Social to express his perspective. He wrote, quote, "While I am running a campaign of positive solutions to save America, Kamala Harris is running a campaign of hate. She has spent all week comparing her political opponents to the most evil mass murderers in history. Now, on top of everything, Joe Biden calls our supporters garbage. You can't lead America if you don't love the American people. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have shown that they are both unfit to be the president of the United States. It is my desire to be the president of all people." The clear contrast in rhetoric has intensified debates about unity and respect in politics. As Trump advocates a message of inclusion and positive solutions, the divisive language from the current administration risks alienating millions of voters.
To people who disagree with me. Because look, unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at my table.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Basically calling Puerto Ricans trash.
The most repulsive racial jokes about Latinos.
Disgusting and hateful.
So incredibly
crude, frankly, just too X-rated to play here.
Extremely vile so-called jokes.
For the past 9 years, Kamala and her party have called us racists, bigots, fascists, deplorables, irredeemables, Nazis, and they called me Hitler. They bullied you, they've demonized us, they've censored us, they've deplatformed us, and they weaponized the power of our own government against all of us. They've taken your money, they've thrown open your borders to criminals and terrorists, they've flooded your towns with deadly drugs and death. They're incompetent people, they've given your jobs to illegal migrants and sent our blood and treasure to fight in stupid foreign wars where the countries don't even know who we are and where we've never heard of the country. This Tuesday is your chance to stand up and declare you are not going to take it anymore.
At a recent press conference in his Mar-a-Lago estate, Donald Trump introduced a proposal to establish a compensation fund for American victims of crimes committed by illegal aliens. This fund, Trump stated, would be financed by seizing assets from criminal gangs and drug cartels, marking an approach that directly targets the financial resources of organized crime. Joined by grieving families who have lost loved ones to violent crime perpetrated by illegal immigrants, Trump underscored the need for a more aggressive stance on border control. Quote, we will be seizing the assets of the criminal gangs and drug cartels, Trump announced, and we will use those assets to create a compensation fund to provide restitution for the victims of migrant crime. This fund, he argued, would bring some measure of justice to victims and provide critical support to families facing unimaginable loss. One of the emotional highlights of this conference came when Tammy Nobles, a mother whose autistic daughter was murdered by an illegal MS-13 gang member, shared her story. Nobles revealed that her daughter, Kayla, was brutally killed in 2022 by an undocumented gang member who crossed into the U.S. due to what she described as failure to enforce the border. In her powerful testimony, Nobles accused the current administration of ignoring critical checks that could have prevented her daughter's death. Quote, the Biden-Harris administration did not do their job. If they would have made that one call to El Salvador, my daughter would still be alive today. Kayla was a very young and beautiful young lady inside and out, and her life was ripped from her. Expanding on this policy, at a recent rally in Madison Square Garden, Trump declared that he would seek the death penalty for any migrant found guilty of killing an American citizen or law enforcement officer. This strong stance has resonated with some conservative groups, including the National Border Patrol Council, which has since endorsed Donald Trump for president. The council's support points to an increased alignment with Trump's immigration and border policies. The proposal for a compensation fund directly reflects a significant portion of the American electorate's concerns about immigration and border security. According to a recent New York Times poll, immigration ranks as the third most important issue for voters, following only the economy and abortion. Notably in this poll, Trump leads Kamala Harris by 11 percentage points on immigration issues, indicating strong voter support for his proposed policies. Through this initiative, Trump is aiming to hold criminal organizations accountable for the pain and suffering inflicted on American citizens by redirecting their resources into compensating victims and their families. This policy proposal, he argues, represents a tangible effort to restore justice and security for those most affected by border-related crime.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I have breaking news for you, Mr. President. You may not have heard this. Just moments ago, Joe Biden stated that our supporters are garbage.
Wow.
That's terrible. That's what it says. That's what it says. So you have, remember Hillary, she said deplorable, and then she said irredeemable, right? But she said deplorable, that didn't work out. Garbage, I think, is worse, right? But he doesn't know, you have to please forgive him. Please forgive him, for he not knoweth what he said. These people, it's terrible, terrible. Terrible to say a thing like that, but he really doesn't know. He really, honestly, he doesn't.
And some great news for North Carolina, where I reside. Kamala Harris withdraws $2 million in planned North Carolina ad buys. And a notable move, the Harris campaign has pulled nearly $2 million in advertising from North Carolina, signaling a possible shift in focus away from the state just 1 week before the election. The decision to cut back on ad spending here may reflect the administration's waning hopes to secure North Carolina in its electoral strategy. This development gives an edge to Republicans in the state, setting the stage for a closer race as voting day approaches. And I know, folks, it is tight, and a lot of people out here voting. I've early voted. And again, I'm going to remind you, get out there and vote. We'll be right back with our hashtag GoRight recap.
They call us yet we call us out loud, but we're still here standing tall, heads proud. Trash they say, but we're gold to the core. With every vote cast, we know what we're here for. We're the voice of the heartland, from cities to the field, speaking up for the ones who refuse to yield. Constitutionalists for America, we may make our stand. MAGA folks united hand in hand. Don't hate us cause we're beautiful, hate us cause we're trash. But this trash stands solid, ready to clash. Say what you will, but we're here to last. Go right news, got our backs, our spirit's steadfast. Turn up the noise, they throw all the shade, trying to burn our colors, but they just won't fade. Garbage they say like it's all they know, but every insult fuels our glow. From coast to coast, we know it's true. We're fighting for the red, white, and blue. Not gonna quit, yeah, we'll take the heat. Dancing to the beat of a MAGA heartbeat. So hate us cause we're beautiful, hate us cause we're trash. But this trash is fire, ready to flash. Truth in our souls, they can't understand. We're a force of freedom across this land. From coast to coast, but we're not gonna break. Standing for liberty, it's a risk we take. For every name thrown, every word, every lie, we rise up stronger, reaching for the sky. In the club, on the streets, the rhythm won't stop. We're the power of the people rising to the top. Constitutionalists for America, you know our name. Beautiful trash, playing the game. So hate us cause we're beautiful, hate us cause we're trash. Dancing through the slander, yeah, make it splash. We're MAGA strong, with truth to defend. Go right news, stand until the very end. Yeah, hate us, call us what you wanna say. Beautiful trash, yeah, we're here to stay. From the ashes we rise like a thunder blast. In the heart of America, we're built to last. Right news, howl us what you want to say. Beautiful trash, yeah, we're here to stay. From the ashes we rise like a thunder blast. In the heart of America, we're built to last.
Welcome back to hashtag GoRight. This is our GoRight recap. Today's headlines tell the story of a deeply divided nation. On one hand, we see Biden's recent remarks calling Trump supporters garbage, while Kamala continues her fierce rhetoric, sparking concerns about unity and respect. Trump, meanwhile, is outlining firm plans to address crime, proposing a compensation fund for victims of illegal alien crime financed by assets seized from gangs. Lastly, the decision by Harris's campaign to pull ad funding from North Carolina suggests a changing landscape in the key battleground state. That's all, folks. So let's stay informed. Let's stay committed. Let's vote. And let's continue to go right. For more news and updates, visit gorightnews.com. Join us on Rumble and look for hashtag GoRight with Peter Boykin on YouTube, TikTok, Spreaker, Facebook, X, Twitter, and more. Want to support us? You can donate via Cash App at $ Peter Boykin, the number 1. That's the number, numerical 1. And links are available on gorightnews.com and peterboykin.com. Together, we are here to make a difference. God bless everybody. Peace.
We've been through the storm, seen the highs and lows, the heart of a nation where freedom grows. Each voice is a choice, it's our time to decide. Stand up for our values, let's walk side by side. So go right, let your voice be known. Cast your vote, let the truth be shown. Together we rise hand in hand to make America strong, to make it grand. From city streets to the open plains, our spirit is strong through joy and pain. Every vote counts, every voice leads. We're shaping the future, planting the seed. So go right, let your courage lead. In the land of the brave, it's what we need. Together we stand for a brand new day. Make our voices matter in the only way. Now is the time, we can't sit back. Our power's in numbers, we're taking it back. A brighter tomorrow's within our reach. When we're united, freedom we preach. So go right, let your voice and say, we're here for tomorrow, we're here to stay. Let's go right, let your voice and say, we're here for tomorrow, we're here to stay.
The love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stops.
Go ahead, hate on me. Can't stop DJ T, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Hater the love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stops.
Go ahead, hate on me. Can't stop DJ T, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Stand through the light. With Peter Boykin at the helm, we're taking a stand. Constitutionalist for America, we protect this land. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place where opinions align with liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right. It's the podcast for you. It's time to go right. Let the truth ignite. We're bringing up right news into the light. With Peter Boykin at the helm, we're taking a stand. Constitutionalist for America, we protect this land. Welcome to the place where opinions align with liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right. It's the podcast for you. Place where opinions align with liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right. It's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place where opinions align with liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place.